You want me to do the intro?
No.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to another edition of From the Rough, America's favorite golf podcast here on FanStream Sports, presented by OrionGolf.com. I am your host, the only host, and the best host of From the Rough, John Gerber, PGA professional. Over 20 years PGA professional. How was that? Was that good?
I think I might record that and just play that for every intro. And that is, in fact, what we have done. That is our new. How do you like our new music, Johnny?
I like it. It's good. I like it all. I like the new intro. I like our new cameras. I like our new setup. We're getting there. We are getting there.
We're polishing the product, is what we're doing. Getting ready to sell it. Anybody want to buy it?
Not yet. No offers yet, please.
Oh, not yet. Okay. Somebody make us an offer we can't refuse.
Not yet.
We are From the Rough, as you heard Johnny so eloquently state in our new recorded open. And we are here today as it is a Wednesday, which means one thing and one thing only here on From the Rough. It is a preview Wednesday. And it is a winning Wednesday, a get your winners Wednesday. It's hard to say. Almost said get your wieners out Wednesday.
Three times fast.
It is a get your wieners out Wednesday. As we welcome anyone, whether you're driving in the car, listening to us live right here on FanStream Sports. By the way, available on all 4 of our YouTube channels, available on the streaming app, or streaming on the website, or embedded on the homepage of fanstreamsports.com. Or right now, later tonight, you can hear the podcast wherever you get your podcasts, or always on demand at fanstreamsports.com. We're going to get into the RBC Heritage, preview that baby for you. But Johnny brought up an interesting thought or question, I guess, earlier today on the JP Peterson show. Is Rory the best of his era now? Is he better than Scottie? Is he the best European player ever? I think it's specifically what you said. And I discounted that very quickly. And then I went and looked at some numbers. Because, of course, we're comparing him to Nick Faldo, who is the default greatest European player of all time. And I'll get into it a little bit here, Johnny. After looking at the numbers, I don't think it's close. It's Rory.
No.
I don't think it's close. And I was very quick to dismiss that. I said, no, it's still Faldo. But after looking at some numbers, man, we talked about Faldo with his, 9 PGA Tour wins. Wah, wah.
No, that's no fault to him. That's no fault to him. If he would have played here more, he would have got more wins. But I don't think he would have got to where that Rory is. Go ahead and go through the stats. That's interesting.
Okay. Well, now I got to bring up, since you're asking for stats.
Well, no, what you had, nine PGA Tour wins compared to Rory's 30?
30. Yeah. And then I just want to make sure I get the numbers straight here real quick, though. So, sir, and by the way, Rory is not a sir yet. No. So I think we have to throw that. I think that matters, right?
Are you allowed to be a sir if you're not from England, though?
I don't know. Are you?
I
think they can knight just about anybody, right?
Okay. Well, I don't know. I don't work at the Knights of the Round Table or whatever.
I mean, Nick Faldo lives in Montana right now. I mean, can he still be a sir if you live in Montana?
Well, you're English. If you're born English, I mean, you can live wherever the hell you want to live.
By the way, Nick Faldo's had more wives than me. Were we aware of this? I don't know that I knew that.
He's had 4.
He's on number 4 as of 2020.
Yeah.
Oh, Sir Nick Faldo, what are you doing here? So Nick Faldo with 9 PGA Tour wins, but he is 5th all time on the European Tour win list with 30. 1 on the Sunshine Tour and 9 on other tours. 6-time major champion. Finished second in the PGA in 92. Finished second the U.S. Open in 88. So not the career Grand Slam.
Right.
And so let's compare those with Rory's numbers. As we get into content immediately on this show, that's maybe getting into this show today. As I try to keep us on pace here. So Rory, as we talked about a little bit earlier today, 30 PGA Tour wins. Combine that with 21 European Tour wins. He's tied for 10th all time with 21 European Tour wins. One Asian Tour win, one PGA Tour of Australasia. Hard to say, Australasia win.
Australasia is how you say it.
Good day, mate.
Hello. That's appropriate here. That is about damn time we got to a point where when you say that shit, it's appropriate. Thank you.
It does fit, doesn't it? Yeah, it's might be a first. But Rory, of course, also 6 majors, but he does have the career Grand Slam. So after looking at those numbers, I don't think it's close. Rory, yes. And you know what? Rory probably even before his career Grand Slam and before his Masters win last year for the first time was probably already the greatest European player. But that just cements it, right? His 2 Masters wins and the career Slam.
Yeah, I think the career Grand Slam, I think he was right there if he didn't win this year, but the career Grand Slam does it for me. And I think, Faldo really gets a bump just because of his Ryder Cup record and his Ryder Cup being a stalwart, one of the most popular players, one of the most successful players as a Ryder Cupper, kind of vaulting the European team and the European side into kind of prominence a little bit. He didn't have the run, wasn't on the teams that has the run now, but he was kind of the catalyst of those guys that started it and started the trending of the European success and building of the chemistry and the model that would, soon to be the winning model of what the Ryder Cup is. So, yeah, you could look at it that way.
And I found some interesting stuff over at CBS Sports because they sort of addressed this as well, talking about Rory being possibly the greatest, not just European player, but the greatest player of this era. And I heard another show break this down a little bit. And it depends on what era you're putting Rory in, right? Like he's post-Tiger era. And I don't even know. I know they're playing at the same time. He played kind of concurrently with Tiger a little bit too. But I don't necessarily consider Rory and Scottie Scheffler in the same generation.
No, I don't either.
And they're not that far apart in age. They're less than 10 years apart in age. But I just think those two, Rory's generation was the generation before Scottie.
Yeah.
And I've said this multiple times. I hate the way they do the world golf rankings where you just hang on to it. I think they need to regrade that every week, like they do in college basketball. When they redo the rankings on it, every Sunday or Monday and put them out on Tuesday. I think every week you need to re-rank the golfers because you got these, Scottie, who sometimes misses a couple of weeks in a row. Well, you're no longer the number 1 golfer if you hadn't played for 2 weeks. Yeah, and I know it's a little bit different. I know it's not necessarily the same. Scottie could miss 3 cuts in a row. Not that he would ever do that, but he could, and he'd still be the number 1 ranked golfer in the world because they wait so long to re-rank. And I hate that.
It's body of work, right? I mean, more so than anything else.
It shouldn't be, though.
You build a lead. I mean, it's not like the other sports playoff. Like you should just lose and you're the best. No, you just build. There's too many variables. Now, if you go back a little bit, I mean, if you look at the comparability of a Faldo or a Rory, the only one that would be a little bit comparable, and it's not even that, maybe just on the European side would be Miss Doubtfire. He was in that spot for, winning the Order of Merit for 6 or 7 years. I mean, if you don't know, we're talking about Colin Montgomery, Miss Doubtfire. He could be the only person that kind of there. And then, Seve back in the day, but he didn't, his longevity wasn't there. So you're looking at longevity, but, Miss Doubtfire never won a major, so that's certainly going to build it out. But he certainly was one of the most dominant players for years on the European scene.
He finished second 3 times in the U.S. Open. He finished second in the PGA Championship, and he finished second in the British Open. His best at the Masters was a T8 back in '98. So close, but no title.
Yeah, I mean. That's the only person really comparable that you would think that who could be, but his dominance is only predicated on where he played very little in the United States. Just the majors, he would come over, but that was a trend for those guys back then, right? So they
wasn't like
they didn't play a lot.
Yeah,
didn't play. A lot.
He's fourth all time with 31 European Tour wins. So he's now fired. Spent most of his time over there. He's got 7 PGA Tour champions titles. One of the Australasia G'day Mate, 2 Asian Tour titles, and 9. He's tied for 5th with 9 career European Senior Tour titles. I don't even know they had a European Senior Tour over there.
Yeah, they do.
But he's in the conversation for sure. But his lack of a major for sure. I don't care if you've got 6 second place finishes. You're without a title. You can be in the conversation, but you're not overcoming either Nick Faldo or Rory McIlroy for sure in that.
Yeah, I agree, 100%.
So it's certainly Scottie's body of work is impressive, especially recently. But I think when you have the world golf rankings, and I don't know, I don't pretend to understand how they grade that and how you come about, but I know they don't do it frequently enough, and you don't do it often enough. I would just like to see it done more frequently, and take more into account, not your whole body. I don't care about your body of work. I care about what you've done this season. I care about what you've done the last month. If you haven't played in the last month, I'm sorry, you are ineligible to be number 1 because you haven't played in a month. If it's due to injury, I'm sorry, then you're injured. It's not your fault, but you're not going to be number 1 in the world if you're injured because you're not playing.
This ain't the damn NBA. You got to play so many games or you're not eligible for postseason awards. We ain't doing that.
No, that's stupid. That's dumb.
Listen, here's the deal. The players know who the best player in the world is. They just do. World golf rankings is irrelevant when it's just like in any other sport, they know who the best players are and things like that. So, you could have all the rankings for the public that you want, but the players know what it is. And I'm not saying they should be voting on, number 1 player in the world golf rankings like they do player of the year and things like that.
Right.
But the system is certainly flawed. Getting world golf rankings helps a few things in terms of longevity because of, some of the events you can get in. Obviously, if you're top 50 in the world, getting into the majors, especially the Masters, is one of those big deals. So it's a little unfair if you played your ass off for 10 months and you didn't play well for 2, you shouldn't automatically just be bumped out. It's not always about the number 1 player being the number 1 player. It's about where you fit in the rankings and some of your eligibility on events that you could play. So if you look at it like that,
but that can also be adjusted. Clearly Scottie's going to get in those tournaments. And that's why you have the top 50 or whatever why does my camera keep freezing up? I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, I don't know. You tell me.
We got some bad weather here in the area, so my internet may be sketchy.
Okay.
But yeah, it's those guys are going to get in, and that's why you have the stipulation that it's the top, whatever it is. It's not just the number 1 guy. So as long as you're within that realm, under that number, you're going to get into that tournament, and that can be I just hate talking about the number 1 golfer in the world or the number 3 golfer in the world, whoever that is. I don't care who it is, what the name is. And you hadn't played in 6 weeks because you hurt your back. That's to me, that's misleading. It's deceiving. I don't like. There's a lot of things I don't like in golf, but that's probably one of the bugs.
There's a lot of things you don't like in general.
Clearly, there's a lot of people I don't like in general. Trash. Just tell me about it. But yeah, so Rory McIlroy, the consensus, at least on this show, right, Johnny? He's by far the best European player ever, and I'm telling you right now, I put him ahead of Scottie as the best player in the world right now.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the last sample size of probably the last 5 weeks or 6 weeks, yeah, certainly. But, to be honest with you, if you would go ask Nick Faldo, he'd probably tell you the same thing.
Sure.
He'd probably tell you, yeah, he's probably the best. He's probably the best.
Because that's the kind of dude Nick Faldo is, too, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a massive Nick Faldo fan.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I wish he was still on the broadcast. I don't even want to get into the
yeah, no, let's not do that. You were fired up on JP today. Yeah, let's not jump into that one.
No, it was just dreadful. And I'm telling you right now, Pat McAfee and Jason Kelsey do not belong at the freaking Masters. I don't care if they work for ESPN. Yes, they were there doing bits, jumping in the pond at Augusta.
No, they didn't do that.
Yes, they did.
No
I
way.
promise you they did, Johnny, during the par 3 tournament. During the par 3 tournament. There's video of it everywhere. It's ridiculous. And you know what's funny? Because Fred Ridley came out. He didn't address that specifically, but he was asked about it. And he said, I don't remember what the preface was, but he did say, a couple of years ago, we had the fine gentleman, Dude Perfect, throwing Frisbees out around whatever it was, number 16 or whatever it was. He's like, seems like maybe that was a poor decision.
Yeah.
So they may be rethinking who they're allowing in, to do crap like that. And there's no
rethinking. That's not going to happen again.
And it should never happen again, right?
No.
Like
just like Kevin Hart caddying for Bryson as a getting clicks and things like that. That's all that was.
Keep that crap. And you know who that was from? That was ESPN arranged that. That was all ESPN. Get ESPN the crap out of my golf coverage, except for the ESPN Plus channels. I love that.
And I love Scott Van Pelt. I mean, Scott Van Pelt was one of the pioneers of golf. He was he was the first anchor on the first anchors on the Golf Channel when he had hair. And that was a long time ago.
It was for both of us.
Yeah. Yeah. So no, I'm right there on for one time, for the first time since the last time, I agree with you on something with golf.
Probably will be the last, but you don't agree that the British Open should be just removed from the majors.
No, certainly not.
I'll get you to come around on that, I think.
No, you won't. I
think I will for sure at some point.
No.
I'm trying to deal with my technical issues.
Yeah, your internet's trash.
I'm trying to work on it right now. It is trash, and I just bought new internet, and it's not usually trash. So
they got you bamboozled then.
Storms, maybe. It's really great. I can upload like a 10 gigabyte video to YouTube in about 45 seconds, which I could never do before. It was about 45 minutes before. Yeah. So anyway, there's your Rory McIlroy talk. And is Rory the best? Is he the best Euro player or is he the best player in the world right now? And I say yes to both. Johnny agrees. And then Johnny also agreed that the British Open should not be a major.
No, I did not.
Yeah,
no,
you did. You did. You said it off the air.
No,
you called it trash. You said it's
I did
cow
not.
pasture everywhere.
I think it's great. I think it's the second or third best major.
It's not. It's the fourth. It's the first worst major, if you want to put it that way.
No.
And the fourth best major.
No.
That's what it is. All right, we're going to take a break here on the show, much to Johnny's delight, before I get him in trouble with the PGA of America.
Thanks. Too late.
And just like I almost got JP in trouble with Fred Ridley earlier today.
Yeah.
Saying some things. That's all right. That's what happens when I'm on the show. It's what we do.
Yeah, trash.
We're going to come back on the other side, get into a little bit of your 2026 RBC Heritage. We probably won't bring up Collin Montgomery's name again on this show for quite some time, but that's okay. We like Mrs. Doubtfire. Nothing against him. We're going to get into the preview for you, the course. Johnny's going to preview the course for us. He was there last year, won't be there this year. And then, of course, on the other side of that, Johnny's winning picks and Tim's wheel of misfortune picks. As Johnny, I have my names, and there are a lot of the usual suspects, plus Max Homa. He's always on there.
Always.
I always got to check, make sure he's playing, because I never know. Never know with him, as he will soon take over the reins as the number one golfer in the world. I feel very strongly about that. I just don't know.
On Corn Ferry along with Taylor Montgomery or what?
Don't you ever put Max Homa's name in the same sentence with Taylor Montgomery.
Taylor Montgomery's better.
Sparing everybody to death on the Corn Ferry Tour. Taylor Montgomery.
He's great.
You might see Johnny's picks with Taylor Montgomery in him this week, but he's not even playing. So he's playing in Mexico.
Yeah.
Doing one of those things. We are From the Rough right here on FanStream Sports. Back after this.
Hi, golfers. IndyCarTim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything. Turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
Sports fans, it's time to gear up. Head to fanstreamsports.com and check out our brand new merchandise store. We're talking bold t-shirts, 3/4 zips, hoodies, hats, mugs, and more. Everything you need to rep your favorite shows and your favorite crew. Whether you're rolling with the JP Peterson Show in Tampa Bay, From the Rough in Dallas, the Tim May Show featuring Clay Hall, or the Jeff Thidoff Show in Ohio, or any of our FanStream Sports original programming, we've got the perfect look for game day and every day. So don't wait. fanstreamsports.com. Click merch and grab your gear now. Wear the stream, live the stream, fanstreamsports.com.
Hey folks, let me tell you about Bay Area Modern Medical Center, a very different kind of approach to primary care. Personalized preventative medicine, not a one-pill-fits-all mentality. Christopher Lugo and his experienced medical staff are proactive in looking at issues before they become a problem, encouraging a healthy lifestyle with proper diet, supplements, and exercise to optimize your active lifestyle. Rather than the impersonal, rushed approach, you will be the only patient and will have our full attention. That's new. Getting old is inevitable, but feeling and looking old is avoidable. Bay Area Modern Medical Centers are experts in anti-aging regenerative medicine that optimizes your body's performance in many areas. So call for an appointment to get started on a journey back to full health and a happy life with a new, modern way of healthcare. Call 844-977-3477 or go to BAMMC.com. That's 844-977-3477 or BAMMC.com.
Today's show is brought to you by Tomstown, a premier craft distillery based in Kansas City, Missouri. Discover their award-winning lineup, including double oaked bourbon, botanical gin, and double grain vodka. Named the best craft vodka by the readers of USA Today. Available for online delivery in 40 states. Visit toms-town.com or their Kansas City distillery to explore more. Elevate your game with Tomstown, where history meets innovation. Please enjoy responsibly. Orion Golf Management Solutions. Orion Management Solutions has tailored its service packages just like it tailors its approach to customers. Some owners need more supervision, while others need periodic assessment of their short-term and long-term strategies and programs. Orion can be called in to develop a business plan with the existing staff, or we can assist with the daily management of a facility or event. Either way, we make sure the client is satisfied and understands the direction the facility needs to go in order to achieve the owner's goals. Orion Management Solutions can help with owner assistance service solutions, daily course management, business plan development, monthly operations, or as-needed consulting services. Whatever your need, Orion Golf Management Solutions can help. Check out oriongolf.com.
Let's go.
Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
Welcome back to From the Rough right here on FanStream Sports. I'm IndyCarTim. That is PGA of America member Johnny J.G. Gerber. 20-year PGA of America member.
You ever done anything for 20 years besides females?
I mean, I've never done the same female for 20 years, if that's what you're
trying to say. Yeah, we know that track record. We know what that means.
20 times maybe, but not 20
years. No, stop. No,
who wants to be with the same woman for 20 times, much less 20 years? Let's just.
We got some storms coming here too. A big bolt of lightning around here. We get nasty everywhere right now.
Yeah, America. Weather is fighting back, America. Johnny, it is time for the World 2026 RBC Heritage Preview. Expert predictions, Johnny's picks as Viktor Hovland and Scottie Scheffler head to Harbour Town in good form, I think. So let's crack open that Gatorade and get moving, because there's no time to nurse the major hangover. And I still have my Masters hangover. There's no question, obviously, because I was still wanting to talk about it here. It's Wednesday after. But we're upcoming a busy stretch on the PGA Tour calendar, and it's going to be busy this week as the 4th of 8 signature events take place at a refreshed and restored Harbour Town Golf Links for the 2026 RBC Heritage. Now, you were there last year. They've made some changes. It looks like an additional 30 yards has been added to the official scorecard, while the some of the trees around 10 and 16 have been moved to make, I don't know what I've never been there, but I've always heard and seen that it's already a pretty tight golf course, but they've made it downright claustrophobic now.
Yeah.
Davis Love III was in charge of this restoration, and it looks like, he's done a fine job with all of that. He's gotten lots of props for his work there. And they said it's not going to do it justice on TV, with some of the camera angles and stuff. You're not going to get to see some of the quirks of it now, but there's no doubt the players will. And of course, Scottie Scheffler, the world number one, whether it's disputed or not, he's the world number one right now. He'll be headlining, of course, the field, which kind of surprises me that he's playing. I know it's a signature event, and I'm sure they did that on purpose the week after the Masters, so they'd have everybody want to show up. I get it. So it's my understanding that because they canceled the Century early in the year, the winners from 2025 that would have qualified for the Century that qualification has been transferred to the RBC Heritage this week.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
which is good.
It's a signature event. I mean, you don't have Cam Young, you don't have Rory. Rory didn't play last year. Yeah. So you have the majority of the field signature. I'm not so sure that's a great place to have a signature event right after the Masters. Masters, they call it this is rehab. It's very relaxed, it's very chill. It's a small ballpark compared to it's a polar opposite type of golf course. We'll talk about that a little bit when we kind of preview the golf course a little bit, but it's just a bad fit when I feel it's a bad fit to have a signature event right after any major. Yeah. I just don't think. I think these guys need to have a little bit of break. It's so taxing on everything. So I don't blame any of the guys missing this event. Like I said, restructuring the signature events, I think, is a good idea. They need to spread that around a little bit more, and certainly not having it the week after Heritage. Move Heritage if you're going to do that, right? If you're going to do something like that, or change the signature event. So, yeah, it's the second or third year. I think it's third year they've had the signature event, and they're going to get the crowds no matter what there, just because it's kind of that time where people are still down there. They're vacationing right after spring break, or they live there in the wintertime, and it's not quite warm enough to go north yet, if that's what they do. But yeah, I don't get it why they've done it. Probably with the push of RBC as a big sponsor. Yeah. Sponsoring a couple of events probably certainly had something to do with it. But look for that to change here. I don't know whether it's next year, as the schedule changes. I don't think that they're going to keep that signature, anymore.
Right, because they want to double the signature events to 16, is what the initial reports were that they're trying to do for, I guess, 2027 is when that's supposed to happen, along with many, many other changes that we've covered on this show in previous weeks. And the closer we get to 2027, I'm sure we'll be talking about a lot more of those as the final news of whatever they've decided on, is more clear. But Scottie arrives to Harbour Town, Johnny, off a bogey-free weekend at Augusta National. The first bogey-free weekend shot at Augusta since the 40s. It's been 84 years since somebody did that. And I swear I remember that. I'm pretty sure I was watching Jim Nance that on CBS.
You were alive for sure.
Back in 1942. When that happened. Was it really a good idea to be playing golf during World War II? Do we need to revisit that? Maybe think we probably shouldn't have been doing that?
Well, some people just need a vent, right? Some people just can't be depressed all the time about the war, so they needed something to do.
Were we not afraid of the Mexicans bombing Augusta? We're not at all afraid of that?
Pretty sure no.
I mean, right, you're just a year after the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor.
Wow.
I mean.
Wow. Get your history books. You can tell you are from Canada.
So you don't get that reference at all, do you?
I do.
Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor?
It just didn't fit.
Forget it. He's rolling. For those of you that don't know, that's one of the greatest scenes from the greatest movie, Animal House. Just go check it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's quite an accomplishment for maybe one of the more overrated golfers on the tour at this point.
Yeah.
You know, Scottie Scheffler. What's he ever done?
Yeah. No.
So he's looking to win his second tournament title here in the last 3 years. He's not the only former champion to be trending, though. Matt Fitzpatrick found the winner's circle at the Valspar Championship, and Jordan Spieth finished T12 at the Masters. He is here this week. I'm not sure why Spieth is playing, unless it's just that temptation that it's a Masters or that requirement.
He loves the golf course. He's a past champion. He loves the golf course. It's a perfect golf course for him. So, yeah, I mean, he loves this place. He plays every year. He loves this place.
No, I just don't get it. Again, a guy that's probably not going to win. I'm just saying.
Don't be so sure.
Probably not going to win again. Maybe ever.
He's going to win. Listen, where's my wallet at? I can throw this wallet at the camera and promise
Don't break the new camera.
Yeah.
For the love of God. Defending champion Justin Thomas continues to make inroads on his path back from injury. I was impressed with Justin at the Masters a little bit, you know, not necessarily with his overall score, but he was right there. And I thought he made some really good shots, and you can see the progress that he's making coming back from that injury.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he looked healthy. That's a good thing. And, you know, we talk about this all the time. It's not the easiest place in the world to walk. So, yeah, I mean, I like it. I like how I liked his bounce back, right? I mean, it's a golf course that you get on a bad run, and you can get on a bad run. You could look at, you know, Justin Rose gave you that point in the back nine on Sunday, which is a place you got to kind of flip the script a little bit. But I like his demeanor. I think JT wins at least one time this year, if not more. Mm-hmm. I think he'll contend in a major. It may be 2 weeks or a few weeks in at PGA. Golf course sets up great for him. Any PGA, 2-time winner of the PGA. So you look at I really like, I mean, you know, I know he wasn't really in contention, but, you know, maybe in his own little bubble, in his own little world, he was in his own contention. I mean, I know he had aspirations to win, but when you don't get there, I just think his attitude and how he, you know, I'm not his physio by any means, but how did he feel after walking that place for 4 days in heat competition?
Right.
You know, how do you feel? So I have high expectations for JT for the rest of the year.
He's made 3 straight cuts, including his top 10 finish at the Players. So, yeah, he's on the right track coming back. So the RBC Heritage now marks the first of 3 signature events between the Masters and the PGA Championship. The Cadillac Championship at Trump National Doral and the Truist Championship at Quail Hollow, it's easy for me to say, are, of course, next up to bat, meaning inclusion in the events is of the utmost importance in terms of major preparation. So the RBC Heritage will kind of be a nice sort of off-speed pitch compared to some of those, you know, based on the venue. A place that requires precision instead of brute strength, as well as a sharp mind. Harbour Town welcomes. We've got 8 of the top 10 players in the world for what should be just a world-class tournament, I think, this week, and I'm here for it. I love that course. It is the very unstable par 71, 7,243 yards with a $20 million purse. Johnny, I know you were there last year. You're obviously not there this year. What can you tell us about what your expectations are for the layout of the course and maybe the way weather might affect things this year?
Yeah, it's a little predicated on that. I mean, it kind of, you know, it's a golf course that length isn't the number one issue. You know, 7,200 yards. It never plays that long. It's a little bit of fool's gold on the scorecard. It's one of the shortest on the PGA Tour. It has some of the smallest greens on the PGA Tour next to Pebble Beach. Yep. So you're looking at guys who are really good ball strikers and really good from the tee. You need a lot of creativity there. The golf course, you know, kind of winds in through the pines, and there's a lot of dog legs left and right, and then it kind of opens up a little bit as you kind of go down the home stretch and gets you on that Calabogie Sound. And the weather could be, you know, detrimental in some parts if you get it on the wrong, as it kind of blows in sometimes. But if they get calm conditions, the scoring will be low. You know, maybe 16, 17. That would be kind of what I'm thinking, you know, with the lack of one par 5 out there. I know you hate it, par 71, and how low it's going to be predicated on the weather. But if you can get it on the greens with some of these guys, we'll talk about our card in a little bit, with some of the good putters. Putting isn't really the biggest key. the greens are relatively flat. They have to make them flat just because of the weather and the wind and things like that could cause havoc there. But, my thing was creativity off the tee, and solid iron play has the remedy and, the equation to win there.
Scottie Scheffler, of course, comes in as your favorite, as he probably should be. Not going to lie. 9-2 are his odds, Johnny. We don't like favorites here, and you'll never put those on your card, or I won't say never.
Why don't they just make it? Yeah, I don't know. That's stupid. 5-1.
Weird?
I don't know. It's stupid.
15-1, Xander Schauffele. Xander's been playing pretty good golf. I like him here again. No money for Xander Schauffele at 15-1. Same thing for Matty Fitzpatrick. He was 16-1 for Matty. He was kind of one of the popular picks for the Masters, but he never really got out of the blocks. He never really contended. I was a little disappointed in his performance there, but he's returning to a happy hunting ground for him where, he's been visiting since his childhood here. So he won here a few years ago at Innisbrook a few weeks ago also. And he's one of the hottest players in the field. And that tends to why he's got those 16-1 odds.
Very comparable golf course, Innisbrook and their par 71, similar length. Innisbrook plays a little bit longer than Heritage will play, but it's that type of golf course that you have to keep it in between the posts and the pine trees. Yeah, it's I don't want to get on my rant of Matthew Fitzpatrick just because of last year, the story I told you, which is not really good. And
no,
so he's the golf course fits him, and just if he wins, I don't really give a shit. He's never going to be on my card at this place.
He did make the Johnny Gerber list, the S list. Cameron Young, 16-1. Speaking of hot, he's in fuego right now.
I didn't think he was playing. I didn't have him.
He's on the odds list.
Okay.
Did he withdraw?
No, you're probably right.
Here, I can tell you right now if I'll just go.
No, I just didn't have him on my card just because we don't look at favorites like that. So that's you're probably right.
Let me see if there's something here that maybe I didn't know about, which is entirely possible because clearly,
of course it is.
Johnny knows a lot more than me. Yep, I'm showing him teeing off at 9:15 in the morning.
Yeah, he'll probably withdraw, but that's all right.
Him and Brian Campbell apparently playing together.
One of the slowest players and one of the fastest players. How about that?
Should work out well, but he's pretty hot right now. 3 straight podium finishes. With close calls at the Arnold Palmer and, of course, the Masters with his win at Players Championship. He's doing everything well right now, but his game is not translated very well.
Not here. It takes his biggest weapon, his driver, out of the bag. Probably he's going to hit a lot of irons and 3 woods and things are off the tee unless he really wants to get bold and hit the driver. I just don't think it fits for him. His biggest attribute is driving and his distance, and I think that takes, unless he's just feeling super confident, which he may, I just think that takes his biggest weapon out of his bag.
Yep. Our boy Russell Henley at 18-1. I think just maybe a few inches here, a few inches there, and Henley could have been the Masters winner. He finished T3, but I thought he played really, really well with his long irons. Especially on Sunday, but he's looking for obviously a better finish than T3 here coming in this week. How's his game going to translate here at Harbour Town?
Yeah, it's a perfect golf course for him. I think this golf course is way better than last week at the Masters, where, he doesn't flight the ball very high, and that's one of the key things that you need at Augusta National, but it's not one of the key things that you need here. So if he can just, he's an average putter, which average putter is fine here. Yeah, I think it's a perfect golf course for him. We don't have him to win just because the value of the win wasn't there, but we certainly have him on our card, and we'll talk that after the next break.
Tommy Fleetwood at 20-1, Ludwig Oberg and Patrick Cantlay coming in at 22-1. Your arch nemesis Collin Morikawa, 25-1. He was in pain most of the week, but he mustered up the courage and the strength for a T7 at Augusta, and he's in the field for now. He's probably going to withdraw because he's still scared of Johnny. He's still scared of Johnny.
Well, he found out I wasn't going to be there this week. That's why he's playing.
So he's okay.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
And if his putter remains hot like it's been, and he's playing, then he's playing well. He could be in contention as long as he's staying healthy.
Good golf course for him.
Yeah, and then at 30-1, you've got Siwoo Kim, who, by the way, Johnny, might be on the wheel of misfortune coming up.
Oh no!
And Jordan Spieth at 30-1, a guy who may never win another tournament at any level.
Is he on your wheel of misfortune?
He is not on my wheel of misfortune. He almost made the wheel. He was I picked 7 players. I think he was the 8th, but he's not in my 7.
No, you only picked 6 players.
No, I picked 7 because that's how many fit on the wheel.
No, you picked 6 because the 7th is Max Homa. That's not a pick. He's always on there.
He is always on there as long as he's playing.
Yeah,
always had to double check to make sure he was. By the way, really good odds for Max to win this week if you want to go out on a limb.
Yeah, but he's not going to.
He's not going to.
No,
it's fun. It's really fun at 100-1 to win.
Yeah.
And how dare you, by the way, not putting him as your ham sandwich this week? I'm a little disappointed.
I got a better ham sandwich.
I know, but not with those odds. You don't.
Yeah.
At all.
Oh, I got somebody that actually can win.
Hey, you never know. Max could do it. We're pulling for him this week.
Yep.
Well, not now because he's not on your card, but
yeah, we can pull all he wants.
I'm very quietly pulling for Maxie every week since I pull for John Daly and I pull for Max Homa. So until John Daly walks up to the tee barefoot in a PGA Tour event, I can't help you, John. If you're not playing, I can't help you.
Yep, fact.
That's all I'm saying. We are from the rough right here on FanStream Sports. Coming back on the other side, it is time for the Wheel of Misfortune picks. And then, of course, why everybody's here, Johnny's winning picks for the RBC Heritage. I am Tim. That is Johnny. And we're back after
Hi,
this.
golfers. IndyCarTim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything. Turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It, and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
Sports fans, it's time to gear up. Head to fanstreamsports.com and check out our brand new merchandise store. We're talking bold t-shirts, 3/4 zips, hoodies, hats, mugs, and more. Everything you need to rep your favorite shows and your favorite crew. Whether you're rolling with the JP Peterson Show in Tampa Bay, From the Rough in Dallas, the Tim May Show featuring Clay Hall, or the Jeff Thidoff Show in Ohio, or any of our FanStream Sports original programming, we've got the perfect look for game day and every day. So don't wait. fanstreamsports.com. Click merch and grab your gear now. Wear the stream, live the stream, fanstreamsports.com.
Hey folks, let me tell you about Bay Area Modern Medical Center, a very different kind of approach to primary care. Personalized preventative medicine, not a one-pill-fits-all mentality. Christopher Lugo and his experienced medical staff are proactive in looking at issues before they become a problem, encouraging a healthy lifestyle with proper diet, supplements, and exercise to optimize your active lifestyle. Rather than the impersonal, rushed approach, you will be the only patient and will have our full attention. That's new. Getting old is inevitable, but feeling and looking old is avoidable. Bay Area Modern Medical Centers are experts in anti-aging regenerative medicine that optimizes your body's performance in many areas. So call for an appointment to get started on a journey back to full health and a happy life with a new, modern way of healthcare. Call 844-977-3477 or go to BAMMC.com. That's 844-977-3477 or BAMMC.com.
Today's show is brought to you by Tomstown, a premier craft distillery based in Kansas City, Missouri. Discover their award-winning lineup, including double oaked bourbon, botanical gin, and double grain vodka, named the best craft vodka by the readers of USA Today. Available for online delivery in 40 states. Visit toms-town.com or their Kansas City distillery to explore more. Elevate your game with Tomstown, where history meets innovation. Please enjoy responsibly. Orion Golf Management Solutions. Orion Management Solutions has tailored its service packages just like it tailors its approach to customers. Some owners need more supervision, while others need periodic assessment of their short-term and long-term strategies and programs. Orion can be called in to develop a business plan with the existing staff, or we can assist with the daily management of a facility or event. Either way, we make sure the client is satisfied and understands the direction the facility needs to go in order to achieve the owner's goals. Orion Management Solutions can help with owner assistance service solutions, daily course management, business plan development, monthly operations, or as-needed consulting services. Whatever your need, Orion Golf Management Solutions can help. Check out oriongolf.com.
Let's go.
Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
Welcome back to From the Rough right here on FanStream Sports. I'm IndyCarTim. That is PGA of America member John Gerber actually over there on that side for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
On a preview Wednesday for the RBC Heritage at Harbour Town with the very unstable par 71. I just add a freaking shot. I don't understand. I don't understand why that's hard.
It's not for you to understand.
Clearly.
It's not.
Because it doesn't make sense.
Oh, okay. It's not for you to understand.
I hate it so much.
Okay.
You know what? I might just not watch. How about that?
Well, I know you're going to watch, so that's bullshit.
Probably am going to watch. Sorry, Nancy, about the language on the show. We've been trying to keep it clean for you.
I'm allowed to say that. I know exactly what I'm allowed and not allowed to say. I've been around her for 54 years of my life.
What if I get offended by your language?
You're not Nancy.
That's true. No, nobody cares. So it's that time. Johnny, let's get the music going here, if we may. For those of you that are unfamiliar, we'll break it down really quick. I picked 7 names who I feel have a shot at either the win, the top 10, or a top 20. I have all of their names and their odds written down right here on the notepad, Johnny. It's the official notepad.
I see
like
it.
that.
I like it.
And then before I spin the wheel, we got to bring the wheel in. Let's get the wheel in here for everybody to see. Apparently everyone digs the wheel.
Yeah.
There it is. Thewheelofnames.com. It's where we go. It's not a mystery. Johnny, I have my 7 names, and then before I spin, Johnny will say this is your winner, this is your top 10, or this is your top 20. And then whatever that is, that's what I roll with. Now, look, I'm not placing bets on these because why would I do that when I have Johnny's winning picks to place the bets on, right? This is just for fun. It's just for bragging rights in the rare event that something hits. I did get a hit, a couple of weeks ago in a top 20. Thanks to Johnny. I believe with a Jacob Bridgeman pick, who, by the way, is on the card.
No, it was Hitsune.
Oh, it was Ryo Hitsune.
Yeah.
Hitsune.
That was a nice hit, too. It was a top 10. It was a top 10.
Was it a top 10? See, I don't even remember. I don't even keep up with these. Johnny, my names this week, Ryan Gerard, Jacob Bridgeman, Viktor Hovland, Siwoo Kim, Max Homa, surprise, Collin Morikawa, and Ludwig van Oberg. Bring me the head of Ludwig van Oberg. I don't know where that came from. All right, Johnny. So
I feel very uncomfortable right now, to be honest with you.
Make you uncomfortable with my German accent?
I feel. Was that German?
Yes.
Good day, mate.
Yeah, that's very German for sure.
Yeah.
That's all people say. All right, what is our first pick here?
Top 10.
All right, for the top 10, let's spin the wheel. This is thrilling. Oh, look at that, Johnny. How about some Siwoo Kim? For what did you say? Top 20?
Top 10.
Top 10. All right, Siwoo Kim, Johnny, by the way, my top 10, plus 235.
Pretty good.
How you like them apples?
Pretty good. I like Granny Smith.
Remove. Gross.
What?
I don't date grannies. Gross.
You never had a Granny Smith apple?
I don't eat apples unless they're baked into a pie. Quite disgusting, sir.
You might be the weirdest person I've ever seen in my life.
Never had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich either.
Well, I can understand that. I'm not going to dog you out for that one.
By the way, our on the Colby Sapp and IndyCarTim show live on this past Saturday, we did the Jeff Daniels sandwich challenge. It's not supposed to work, Johnny, and it was effing delicious.
No way.
I'm not going to lie. Colby and I both scarfed him down. I came home, told Zach about it because I still had leftover stuff. He made one, and he loved it. So
what is it on it again? What is it? What's on it?
For those that don't know, this is a very famous sandwich that Jeff Daniels has been talking about for years on talk shows, and it kind of went viral recently. You take pita bread. On one half of the pita bread, you slab a 1/4 inch thick creamy peanut butter. 1/4 inch. He's very specific. So we did it just like he says. Then you crumble up Ruffles sour cream and cheddar chips. Crumble those up, a good amount on top of the peanut butter. You then take Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, drizzle however much you want on there, close it up like a taco, and go to town. And
there's no meat on it?
No. Why would you put meat on it?
But it's not a sandwich.
Of course it is. It's a peanut butter sandwich. And I don't like peanut butter, and this worked. I finished it. Colby and I both finished ours like on the show. I was expecting to take a bite, do my reaction, and move on, but I freaking finished it. And then we added something to it. Colby's a genius. He brought some Thai chili peppers for a little bit of heat. So we would take a bite of the sandwich, then take a bite of a pepper. And it was it was even better. I can't believe it. It was freaking amazing.
I'll let you guys go ahead and do that one. I'm going to pass
I probably won't eat another one because I don't care for peanut butter, but it was really, like, I'll admit, it was really good, and it's not supposed to work.
Okay.
So, all right, Johnny, second pick here. We have Siwoo Kim at plus 235 for my top 10. Where are we at for the next one? Outright winner as we spin the wheel of misfortune. Bring me the head of Viktor Hovland at 35-1. How about those odds for
really good.
Viktor Hovland?
Really
so we
good.
remove him from the board. All right, which leaves us one more, Johnny, for my top 20. We have Ryan Gerard, Jacob Bridgeman, Ludwig van Oberg, Collin Morikawa, and, of course, Max Homa left. Who's it going to be for the top 20? Uh-oh, look at this. My boy, Max Homa, baby, in the top 20 at plus 305.
Yeah, he's out. He's going to miss the cut.
There's not a cut.
I know he's going to miss it, though.
Wait, is there a cut? There's not a cut, is there?
Yeah, there's a cut.
There is a cut. You're right. There's a cut.
Yeah, there's a cut.
All right. Well, he'll find it then for sure.
Two people missed the cut, I think. That's about it.
Two people are going to miss the cut, and he's going to be one of them.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there we go. So now it's time to get to that part of the show that really matters, Johnny.
We're doing it.
As I got to open my assets over here. Careful.
Yes.
It's time for Johnny's picks. Tell us about your card, Johnny.
Yeah, we talked about this at the beginning of the week. Not a great Masters for us. We had one hit on Dirt Nap. That's the only thing we had. We struggled, but the good part is we are still plus $1,060 net profit for the year. We were 1-3 on our matchup, so 15, 10, and 4 for the year. So that just tells us it wasn't a great week. But again, listen, we're profitable. If you can get through this with profitability after the first major, after Augusta, we usually do really good at Augusta. This happens. This is very difficult. This happens. Still on the plus side, we rarely have 2 bad weeks in a row, and we're going to get back on it this week. First pick, 28-1. We like woo Siwoo Kim. Watched him play last year. He should have won the golf tournament last year.
Yep.
How he finished did not predicate this. He's one of the best ball strikers on the PGA Tour. He fits the mold what it really takes here. Great ball striker, certainly off the tee. Not the greatest putter in the world, but you do not have to be the greatest putter in the world to play this place. Love him here at 28-1. I like Top Gun. I like Maverick McNeely, 30-1. Like him in this spot. Finished third here last year. Again, not the longest guy. You don't need to be. He hits it as straight as you can point. So listen, he's not going to make a lot of mistakes, but my only thing is if the weather is perfect, I don't know if he can get to 17, 18, which you may need to get to this. But if you got to get it to 12, 13, 14, I think he's your guy. 30-1 I love. Coming off a really good week. It might have not have seemed like it at Augusta. Coming off a good week. Don't let that last round fool you with Sam Burns at 35-1. I think coming in here with some confidence from playing last week. Even though he didn't win, being in that spot again like he was last year at the U.S. Open, he's going to learn from that. And I think his momentum, as good as his ball striking is, as good of a putter as he is, I think there's great value at 35-1. And not our Jeff Daniels sandwich, our ham sandwich at 50-1.
Thank God.
Shane Lowry. Love Shane Lowry in this spot. Huh? 50.
What is it with his inability to freaking finish?
You know, man, sometimes big people get tired, man. It's just sometimes just what it is. You should know that. Sometimes that's just what happens walking around that damn place. Man, that's like walking around being at damn Jurassic Park for 4 days, running around from them damn dinosaurs, man. I'm just telling you, it's a very difficult place. It's just very difficult. But I love Shane in this spot, 50-1. Creativity to the bone. He's going to move it around this place. I think he's played solid enough and has some good confidence. I like him at 50-1. 2 top 10s, Russell Henley at plus 183. Weird number, but weird is him. He's a weird dude, so we might as well get weird number at plus 183. And the best player in the field at plus 270, Jordan Spieth. He might win 10 more times this year. To belief that Tim does not think so. Love Jordan Spieth at 270. Past champion Jordan Spieth. We talked about Russell Henley earlier. We talked about Jordan Spieth earlier. Great fits for both of these guys for this golf course. 2 top 20s this week. JT Poston plus 225. And the value of the century of the year. Now, he might miss the cut or he's going to finish in the top 10, but we put him in the top 20 at plus $1,050. One of the best ball strikers on the PGA Tour. He hasn't had a great year, but listen, he goes in trends. This could be the start of his trend playing well. I know he battled a few injuries. Love him in this spot. Listen, you don't have to be the longest guy. You just got to keep it in between those nasty-ass pollen pine trees. That kills me when I go there. If he can go there for that, plus 1050, and JT Poston, Carolina guy, always has some success there. I don't ever think he's ever finished out of the top 30 there. So those two guys I really like. Good ball strikers, solid putters, solid game. That's why we got him in the top 20s in a short field. Love the card this week.
So there you go. There are Johnny's winning picks brought to you by Tom's Town Distilling Company at toms-town.com. And, of course, our buddies at Orion Golf, oriongolf.com, the leaders in golf course facilities management and instruction. Check them out at oriongolf.com. That's going to do it for us today, Johnny. What a show, man. We were kind of all over the place, but we kind of stuck to golf at least, right? No dating advice, no travel tips.
Oh, we can do that. We can do that if we ever
stay the hell out of Mexico.
Yeah, no,
all I'm saying.
I love Mexico.
Why?
They make songs about Mexico.
They're all bad.
No, they're not. Oh, Mexico.
It's terrible. That's a trash song. Come on. You don't even know who sings that.
Me either. I think Jimmy Buffett.
I think it was Jimmy Buffett. Trash. Anybody, whatever. Not even
all right.
there.
Fair.
Get out of here. Get out of here with that garbage.
He's dead.
He's in a better place for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
We're going to lose a lot of fans here pretty soon.
No, we ain't. We love Jimmy Buffett.
I don't love Jimmy Buffett.
Okay.
He had like one song. Margaritaville. Wasted away again in Margaritaville. And everybody sings it. Nobody knows the actual words because I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. I don't even think people even know who Jimmy Buffett is.
No, Jimmy Buffet.
Yeah.
Jimmy
Bobby
the Buffet.
Boucher.
He invented the
Bobby
buffet.
Boucher.
Oh, Bobby Boucher. He probably sings that song better. We will be back on Monday with your recap of the 2026 RBC Heritage Golf Tournament. As I struggle to find our outro music here somewhere. There we go. So look for us then. Make sure you follow along social media at Jay Gerber, PGA Pro, at IndyCarTim, or at From the Rough PGA, because Saturday morning, Johnny will have his matchups for you, and we'll put all that out on social media, as on X, on Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff for you. So make sure you're following along there. But until Monday, boys and girls, I'm IndyCarTim. That's John Gerber. Y'all keep hitting them straight.